I believe that STAR is unique at this time. I have not heard of any other system which has identified and systematized the features which the market directly employs to make those waves individually variable. In the future, we no doubt might see other techniques for handling these features, but this is currently the best system I have to offer you. It is being developed to add more convenience, and STAR owners get any and all released upgrades once tested. They are not limited by version numbers, so your current license will continue to grant you access to any improvements that come along. There are some commonly asked questions about STAR. Many wanted to know about using it for stocks. Stocks actually run on a different speed frequency than do leveraged instruments like Forex and commodities and index futures. While it is possible to tune the system in that direction, there are other issues with stocks. They have data problems due to daily gaps and often unretained charting of after and before hours trading. STAR is extremely precise, and it is my feeling that it serves traders best exactly where it is. Index futures and highly liquid leveraged CFDs may be used because this is a frequency match for STAR. The most frequently asked question by far is traders want to know if they can trade STAR on a limited schedule like when they come home from working. The answer is yes, because as you can see, even though the setup and pullback may take some time, we just track along and take a signal in the retracement. Remember, this is one of the advantages of STAR's whole approach, saving your time and equity for the real leverage you should use in trading. That real leverage is when you make money from a run that cannot even cost you anything and has moved out away from your entry. You may concentrate on short-term trades as well as long runs. You'll be surprised how many super trades you will end up with that begin from a quick M1 setup and move out to a reversal signal after slowing to H4. Another thing you may wish to do is join us in our premium subscription and have access to the live chat and live collaborative watch list, where we track dozens of setups. You only need to act at trigger time. The traders from other parts of the world are tracking and updating from their own time zones. So is there really a limited schedule? Not so much when you have help. Another question is if it may be ported to other platforms, and when it was integer-based without any programmed assists, that was possible, but now it should be considered as strictly MetaTrader 4 for analysis, and trades placed through any broker's native platform you wish. A MetaTrader 5 release is something slated for the future when I consider MT5 data and development stable enough for STAR. I ask that no one contact me about that MT5 timeline or related issues, as we did have an MT5 tool which was hampered when we were about the pip production. Speaking about production, STAR has come under fire for not supplying any proofs like my statements. There are very good reasons for this. Any manually traded system can have no universal results because it is discretionary. Remember that it is of no true comparison to a trading robot, which can print you out a historically applied strategy tester report. Also, the first thing any armchair critics who have not created a system of their own will point out is that any manual system's developer statements are only representative of how the developer uses it, and not how regular traders would be able to use it. This is circular reasoning, and actually it's a bit hypocritical to expect to have it both ways. Yet I have shown proof. I have taken the approach that I will not misrepresent my system, no matter how that may put some off. But what I've done is used a collaborative watch list where the historical entries are listed over the last 4 years. This has been accessible to premium subscribers because we work collaboratively in a live environment, finding trade setups and alerting each other via live chat. You would have heard about it if there were not the long runners that started as low drawdown early entries. I will continue to show pics of these because the reputation of STAR has been such for 5 long years. Now you have seen how cold and calculating and methodically it isolates and fires on these highly prized target entries. STAR is not a panacea, and it does require some work. It may not be right for everyone, but it is right for the beginning of the 21st century and the trader who's more interested in not becoming a statistic than about the games developers may play with statistics. Speaking of not being for everyone, there are government regulations which require disclaimers about trading risks and hypothetical results, etc. What I wish to make clear is that this video has shown as much of the system as possible before purchase. I've invested over a decade in STAR research. If you're ready to make an investment in yourself, please know that your purchase of STAR is a sound decision, and your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed. No questions asked. This is a new release, so prior sales are excluded. A couple more things quickly. It has been said that STAR has been too difficult for some, and I take most of the blame on that one. I was excited to release STAR in early 2008, but it became clear that it was in fact too bare bones for some. The support site at supertradersclub.com helped. I listened and took all this to heart. Now these are completely new tools which the members have helped with, and some new methods which have been streamlined and improved. Just from this video, you should clearly see the approach and how the tools will work. It is also considered that STAR had been overhyped due to the idea that it was near perfect, and I said so. The original signal type is now officially in the process of being retired because the current method is so adaptive to what are known as both corrective and motive market signals. Prior to this, and since 4 years ago, the corrective add-on was used to generate far more pips than the perfect signal because there is more corrective movement. And now, with the new filters, almost all of that reliability is being retained while being more usable in more situations. The traits now are easier to match, yet the filters keep trades running longer. Before I ever thought that my personal tools could be a publicly offered trading system, I was in forums trying to help traders, but I saw many who were unprepared, and with unevolved TA, they seemed like easy prey for the brokers. Some should not be trading, but it is the trader who is serious I know I can help the most. When a machinist or auto mechanic gets a visit from the tool's root truck, they spend thousands of dollars on the tools of their trade. They're professionals. These tools are precise and quite usable. The programmed assists are not fully developed, but features in areas where they could be of more help are already being planned and worked on. Rather than wait until the software is perfect and 100% of plausible use and contains all the features I envisioned, I decided to release it for your use and continue developing it. For all the searching through the forums that you've done, have you ever seen a system that can do the most basic thing, matching your market at the speed of the market? Do you think it's time to stop the searching and get going using STAR? Yeah, I know that's a rhetorical question, because you can't help but reach that conclusion. Just follow this link to go to supertradesystem.com and get STAR now. This TA video link goes to supertradesystem.com. You can probably see that link just fine, but it's supertraders.com/info/tavideo.htm. And then sign up at supertradersclub.com. You owe it to yourself to get super trades at Retrace and join the 21st century. This is T.S. Hennessy. Thanks for listening. I hope it was helpful.